So what is the Septuagint? Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. And put simply, the Septuagint is an ancient Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible. That's how the term is used most broadly. But more narrowly, it refers only to the original translation of the first 5 books of Moses, the Pentateuch or the Torah. And the name means 70 in Latin, and it comes from an ancient Jewish legend that is found in a few different places, but primarily a text known as the Letter of Aristeas, or Pseudo-Aristeas, which tells a legend of an Egyptian ruler from the early 3rd century BCE named Ptolemy II Philadelphus, requesting scholars come translate the laws of the Judean people for their library. So Jerusalem sent 6 scholars from each of the 12 tribes of Israel for a total of 72 scholars who spent 70 days translating the entire Torah individually in isolation from one another. And when they came together and compared their translations, they all matched exactly word for word, which was taken as a sign of divine approbation of the project and its result. And then curses were laid on anyone who would change anything from it. And so we get the name Septuagint, we get the abbreviation LXX, Roman numerals 470, from this legend, but it is a legend, it is not historical. The books of the Septuagint were translated by different groups over probably 2 to 3 centuries in the closing centuries BCE. Now, these books have different translation profiles, different characteristics, and they frequently differ from the Hebrew Bible as we know it today. The translation of the Septuagint was undergone in a period of quite a bit of textual fluidity, where there were different manuscripts in circulation for the text of the Hebrew Bible before around the 1st, 2nd, 3rd centuries CE, when there was more standardization achieved for the text of the Hebrew Bible. And our authoritative Masoretic text descends from that standardization of the Hebrew Bible. So there are a lot of differences between the Septuagint and the Masoretic text. Some of these are because they use source texts that differed from our Masoretic text. Some of the differences are a result of translator exegesis. In other words, the translator interpreting the text in a specific way in their specific social circumstances. And there were versions of the Septuagint found in some manuscripts among the Dead Sea Scrolls, and there were also some Hebrew manuscripts where the readings are more supportive of the Septuagint's reading than of the Masoretic text readings. And there are other manuscripts that are more supportive of the Masoretic text than of the Septuagint. So it gets pretty complicated when you go back in time. But the Septuagint was phenomenally influential on the development of Christianity. When you look in the New Testament at the Hebrew Bible passages that are being quoted by Jesus or by Paul or by others, overwhelmingly they're quoting the Septuagint and they're interpreting the text more in line with the way the Septuagint interprets the text. The Septuagint was the Jewish scriptures for early Christianity, the first few centuries of Christianity. And if you'd like a wonderful discussion of that, Timothy Michael Law's book, When God Spoke Greek, is very accessible and very detailed. And if you would like just a general introduction to the Septuagint to learn more about it, Jennifer Dine's The Septuagint is a very accessible introduction to the text of the Septuagint. And the fit for this video has been Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm looking forward to playing live and in person for the first time ever at this year's Dragon Con, which I will be attending in Atlanta. Hope I get to see you there.